It's been respect banned in nearly every game.
The battle begins.
I mean, I'm with our panel. I think that the Morphling last pick from PSG.LGD is incredibly greedy. But the rest of their draft I very much like. They have tons of area control. They have tons of vision inside team fights between all of these heroes. They've got control up for the Pangolier, which is like one of their answers for the Tinker. In the form of just dropping the Winter's Curse onto him, being able to stall out the majority of his Rolling Thunder is huge.
That is like the only real counter to the Pango this game, though. And that I was actually really excited when I saw the Pangolier pick because it is so good against Tinker in general. Like you can just hunt this hero down with Rolling Thunder, and coming out of the mid lane, you're gonna have a lot more farm than you would say on like an off lane utility Tinker, or of course, or utility Pango, or like the support Pango. And Pangolier with farm, very scary hero. And 7E, he's had a pretty good couple of series.
He has, but the question is if he can beat Nothing to Say here in the mid lane. He has done amazing every single game that he's played, and they have had a couple of days to go over these Tinker replays. I'm sure if they let it through, they have some sort of answer to it, but they're going to control up this triangle. This is one of the issues that some of these teams playing against Nothing to Say's Tinker have made, where they don't move in the triangle, they don't ward his ancient stacks, and he just ends up getting his Blink Dagger done so quickly and just moves around the map, getting kill after kill. So with the the added factor of Winter Wyvern and Spearbreaker being so good at defending that triangle, I hope that they get somebody over there to block those camps.
Yeah, we see the Templar Assassin come out as well for EHOME, a staple in their repertoire, and the real question mark, like they were saying, Zeal on the Broodmother. I mean, he is the new blood here on this roster. We didn't get a lot of information about him, other than the fact that he, people are like his own team think he's the hardest worker. They've been saying
said that he spent the most time with the coach.
Yeah, like they really have, they consider him with high regards, and a lot of the other players do.
We had that interview with Xnova, said Zeal was a very hard worker, a longtime friend of his as well. Then, of course, he put him into the dirt. Yeah. As friends do.
As friends, it's just, it's tough love sometimes.
Yeah. Planet getting chased down here. He doesn't have any points in the Dark Realm, so you have to be a little bit worried about why at the last of his mana, so I think he'll be able to get out of this one. I think he just wants to stall this lane out, keep the Night Stalker away from the Broodmother so he can get to his level 6 safely.
Yeah, I mean, you're running a 5 Night Stalker, it's always pretty greedy. It does have the utility where Dark Ascension, just provides so much vision for the Tinker, right? That's like the idea behind this. But Faith Beyond, once again, on a playmaking hero, this time the Spearbreaker. Always setting the tempo of the game, it seems like. That is not the fastest charge I've ever seen,
That gush, I mean, it wouldn't have done any damage if it did end up connecting, but it didn't even.
It's quite funny when Spearbreaker like goes to charge someone and just doesn't move, and you're like, wow, you're not that scary anymore, are you, Space Cow?
This is kind of interesting. Like, they both have heroes at a normal play position 3 on the 5s on each respective team. I'm a little bit surprised that you haven't gone into the jungle already on the Tithander and tried to create some stacks, but I suppose you're worried about the beginning of this lane for the Templar Assassin. She's not doing too hot. She is at 8-1, while on the other side, Ame on 17-1 on the Morphling. So our panel said greedy, I agreed, and the greed's working out, though.
Yeah, it is.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Absolutely. 7E mid lane gonna struggle a little bit as Tinker gets a lot more.
He's not backing up, so he's got the confidence here on 7. He's gonna man up on him.
Yeah, he's gonna go grab that bounty rune and refill that bottle. ZZQ gonna be fine here in the top lane. Takes a little bit of damage there, but not too much.
Morphling doing very well for himself, and again, these are all just last hits in the lane, not jungle, not spiders. You don't get spiders until you're level 6 now, so worried about where this is going with Morphling having all these stats, all this damage so quickly. If Zeal can get himself a quick Orchid, he could potentially find solo kills off onto the Morphling, but the rate this is going, Morphling is going to have a very quick Manta style this game in order to deal with the silences.
Yeah, I mean, Broodmother is going to be pretty scary once she hits level 6, though. So once you do that, like, the Morphling can't really... It's the same thing with a lot of heroes. Like, a lot of people can't really contest the Broodmother once you get to the level 6 mark. So we'll probably see him drop off the lane at that point.
Yep.
4-minute runes coming in, and they have rotated both supports to the mid lane to guarantee these bottled runes for the Tinker. Zeal's actually having a fantastic time here, or not Zeal. I'm so used to Zeal playing Pingos. 7E having a pretty good time on the Pango, but PSG.LGD trying to slow that down a little bit.
Yeah, not a lot of kill potential with either your safe laner or off laner. Templar is not great at setting up kills, and either is the Broodmother prior to her hitting level 6, unfortunately, so there's not much punish for them moving to secure the water runes.
Now Shiro playing Templar Assassin, he's had a fantastic tournament on this hero as well. I mean, just in general, EHOME have been doing very well with the TA. They flex it a lot. It's been pretty successful for them so far, and it's currently sitting in the top 4, a big deal for this team, a place that not many people would have expected.
Well, you were asking me a question the other night about making the anime reference. we can talk
too
about
early for that, Dad.
Yeah,
it's too early
first
for
thing
that.
in the morning. I'll lead into it. Speaking of, Dragon's Blood out today. I don't think there was that much advertisement for it, so anyone watching the game after the series is over, after the CN DPC games are over, you guys should go check that one out.
Do they advertise anything? It's hard to say.
I mean, it's on Twitter. Shout it out on the Dota Twitter, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Look, man, that's exactly what I'm doing as soon as I get home today.
Nice courier find there from Plant. A little bit of gold. Ooh,
second
wait,
courier?
Second courier? The classic. Zeal has to be a little careful now. It is nighttime, so why a lot faster, a lot more damage. Just has that Windlace and an Orb of Venom.
All right, looks like at this point, ZZQ is thinking about invading the enemy team triangle. They did end up boarding up those camps, as you can see. Dire sentries on 2 of them, and they tried to counter out both.
Mid lane Rolling Thunder. They really want to commit onto the Tinker. He's going to be safe for the moment thanks to the Cold Embrace. First Blood ends up connecting bottom. The question is, can they actually finish off this Tinker? It's going to be going the way of 7E on the Pangolier. Beautiful rotation in from Planet and ZZQ.
So you do end up getting Nothing to Say's Tinker, and this is big. It's something that we hadn't seen in the previous series and moved down at the beginning of the game. But unfortunately, he ended up giving a kill off to the Morphling, and this hero is going to be just as scary with a lot of farm, and he's already at 3,300 net worth.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty well against the Broodmother bottom. I mean, we saw Zeal was actually pretty low in that lane, and with the help of this Night Stalker, it just makes it so easy for them to stay on top of him, and they can actually try and make the play once again, just zoning him off the lane.
Yep. I mean, it's easy for him to move into the jungle once he hits level 6 on Zeal, and he can just dodge out the Morphling, but Morphling has definitely gotten free farm here. There's not much that Planet and Zeal are going to be able to do to him at this point. Planet's going to get zoned out here. Y's not really in any trouble with the 2 of them. All of that is right-click damage. You have a lot of armor on the Night Stalker, but just before that,
and there it is. Rotation to the mid lane from Faith Beyond. Sets up a kill there for the Tinker. All right, nice Nether Strike.
Needs to put him in a nice position, so now he's caught back up to the Pangolier after that death. Hopefully they can set up another kill onto him once they get that Rolling Thunder. But I was just about to touch on the fact that they did end up placing Sentry Wards inside these the Radiant Triangle to deal with the Tinker.
Yeah, they've actually blocked off the Ancient and the Hard Camp stacks. They do actually have counter sentries by PSG.LGD, but I don't know if they caught them.
No, they didn't.
So it's going to slow down the farm there potentially a little bit, but
yeah, but Winter Wyvern I think is trying to deal with those right now. Figure out exactly where they are.
Stacking first, he's going to find out the hard way that it is blocked.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
At this point, he realizes that Camp did not stack, and he's going to have to send out a couple of Sentry Wards. But yeah, this slows down Nothing to Say's farm quite a bit. This is something that the other teams did struggle to do.
Okay. Pangolier here with a haste rune. Just trying to rotate off. He does have the help of Planet here on the Dark Willows. They're going to try and make a rotation here onto Y. Curse Crown will stun him up. ZZQ as well has that gush from downtown, and Shield Grab's going to find the Pango. Another kill here, top lane Shiro. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, not much they can do to Shiro here. And if they die at the tower against these side traps, they just die. So think better of it. Tinker's going to move over to his own Ancient. It looks like, unfortunately, there's going to be no stacks waiting there for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
This is a single Ancient stack.
This isn't even worth my time.
They've got the Spiders bottom, and Zeal, with the help of his allies, will start pushing this tier 1 tower. Should go pretty quickly here. They are trading for top, though, as we do see 3 heroes up there from PSG.LGD. Spiders push quite a bit faster, though.
Yeah. Now, they're doing reasonably well on EHOME, keeping up with PSG.LGD. And the real question of if they're going to be able to beat them is how they do post-laning phase, because it's around the 10-minute mark that people will really start to fall apart against them.
I think they saw that TP somehow. 7E maybe just didn't TP as far into the tree line there as he would have guessed, and as a result, the side of PSG.LGD will back out. 7E. Gotta be careful underneath this tower, though.
He's gonna be okay. He's got Rolling Thunder to fall back on. Y doesn't have Dark Ascension, so he does struggle to dive into the trees. Without that flying vision tool, it is a lot harder to fight.
It's about to be daytime, too. Rolling Thunder comes out. It's going to get canceled. 7E needs to help him there. It's going to go ahead and be the Crippling Fear, stunning him up, and he just goes down. That was it. You had to wait for daytime. 5 more seconds, and it would have been okay.
Definitely rushing that one, but the vision advantage, that extra silence ended up being enough, and they get taken down. I mean, even waiting for the 10-minute mark, if the Tidehunter sends out that tome, he gets level 5 to 6, and then is able to pop the Ravage there. You potentially turn that around and find a couple of kills, but
immediately charging into the mid lane. They will grab the top tower here. Charge onto the Brood, Planet. Actually in a little bit of trouble here himself. Does get the Dark Realm. He's going to be fine.
Mostly fine. Said another missile doesn't connect. Yeah, he's gonna get out of this one. Usually against a Tinker, I think he's got Trank Boots on the Dark Willow. I didn't see. I think he's helping up right now, though. They're smoking up. Yeah, he's got Trank Boots. This is a lot smarter. We saw support in some of the previous games go Mana Boots against Nothing to Say, and they were just forced to walk back to base every time you threw a couple of missiles onto them.
Looking for Tinker mid. They're going to go in on 7E. ZZQ has a Ravage as well to follow it up if they even need it, but I think they've got all they need. Those stuns still going to connect. Winner's Curse doesn't prevent that one. And again, ZZQ, can he actually save 7E? It's not going to happen. They trade 1 for 1, mid lane for mid lane.
Yep.
Good turnaround there from the Wyvern.
Yeah, I was questioning the Wyvern pick a little bit at first just because it's fallen off as support, but against the Pangolier showing off its strength right there, completely negating his ultimate. They didn't end up saving Nothing to Say, but they turned that one around on them pretty quickly, and they stopped them from being able to take this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, absolutely.
EHOME presenting you problems, and LGD coming up with solutions. Thank you very much, Xiao Wade.
Absolutely. Looks like they want to try and chase after this Broodmother, but don't actually find him as he's retreating back across the river. Still committing heavily here onto this mid tower. They want to try and take this down, but they don't have Rolling Thunder, so might be a minute before that actually happens. And Q should be able to just keep this pushed out for now.
Yeah. I will say that Zeal has done a nice job at both staying alive himself and denying a lot of farm from the enemy team. The fact that he's farming up their jungle, even though he's not able to shove in tower as well as a Broodmother might like to, he's keeping a lot of farm on this map away from PSG.LGD.
See the vision game that Broodmothers provide thanks to that new command that Valve added. So you can actually just easily micro spiders all over the map with, I don't know,
apparently they
like
applied,
a 100th the amount of efforts.
Yeah, apparently they applied a fix where you're not able to edit game files anymore, though.
I'm sure people will find a way.
I'm not sure it's that easy. I didn't look into the finer details of it. I didn't have time, but that one has been done and dealt with after the controversy.
Curse Crown just going to be dodged out. 70s, Rolling Thunder right in the range. They get the Terrorize to follow. He is silenced and feared. Portland goes down. Winter's Curse not going to hit with a big Ravage on the backside from 7E. To follow up, can they actually do it though? Big Crippling Fear going to hold them in place, but that silence doesn't last all that long. Chase before they get in. QY stuck underneath the tower as well. Nice Nether Strike onto the Pangolier, trying to disengage. Pick pull. Might get the Spirit Breaker out of here. Nothing to Say. Does have that Blink Dagger, so he's going to be fine. A 3 for 1. In the mid lane going the way of EHOME. Yeah. No, they get the tower. Maybe Shiro.
Like they want to defend this. I mean, we've seen Nothing to Say just commit so much in order to defend towers. They drop boats on it, they drop Snapfire all just onto creeps in order to defend, but this time they weren't able to hold. Their tower goes down here at the 13-minute mark, and they end up losing it before EHOME.
I love the 1 gold. Congratulations, you get 1 gold. Yeah, a nice play there from EHOME. The mid tower is huge at this stage of the game, especially against the Tinker. Like he needs to have that tower available.
Yes, perhaps I could spare a single gold piece. But
Shiro, look at the build. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, I do think that took PSG.LGD by surprise. I didn't think the Morphling would end up getting chain stunned before they were able to react to that one, but he just ends up going down. Uncharacteristic mistake there. Winter Wyvern as well, end up committing that ultimate without catching the Pango in it. I think that just needs to be his target every single time, but you know, he doesn't have that much cast range yet. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger to get on top of the Pango whenever he commits the Rolling Thunder, but they're looking to take advantage of this extra map control they've gotten, and Nothing to Say is sitting super low with the smoke coming out, but he's going to get out.
Yeah, the thing that was, I mean, that whole fight set up on the back of an Invis rune there for the Pango, and just playing it cool. Like, yeah, don't worry, dude. It's just me here, Dark Willow. No big deal. Oh, smoke comes out, instantly popped. There's gonna be the Dark Ascension looking to go on top of ZZQ. No Ravage as he's activated that pick pole, just trying to run away. All right, decent response force from PSG.LGD. They're gonna cancel the charge as well, but Nightstalker again providing so much info. Nothing to Say. Look at the blink out. Q, the target here for 70. He grabs Tinker on the backside. The Terrorize finds him as well. Can they actually bring him down? Nothing to Say will fall a second time, or third time actually.
Q punished for his positioning too close to the Tinker there. They managed to stun them both up at the same time. Zeal putting in work on this Pango. Sorry, 7E.
We're so used to it being Zeal's Pango.
Zeal, yeah, 7E.
Right into the Roshan they go. There's no way to cancel it. You don't have Dark Ascension. Wyvern's dead. Tinker's dead. And EHOME about to grab the first Roshan here of the game.
Just like that, Aegis going their way. They're able to take that so fast. The fight around the Roach Pit now and establish control of this triangle. Broodmother just set up camp with these spiders here. You've done such a good job of controlling the map. I mean, they're only up 1k net worth. This Morphling is still incredibly farmed, but Templar Assassin now 2.2k gold ahead of this Morphling.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the saving grace here is Wyvern is pretty dang farmed as a result of like cleaning up spiders along the map, but also he was the one defending the mid tower push here for a while, right?
Yeah.
So he managed to pick up a lot of extra gold. He's got the Aether Lens completed, I believe. Yeah, on his way to the Blink Dagger. Speaking of Wyvern, actually finds a Winter's Curse mid onto Zeal, trying to get out of here. They do get the Orchid off. Okay.
Get my boy out of there.
That was very close.
Oh.
Oh, Winter's Curse forced, though. That's a big cooldown, which means you don't have the control for this Pangolier if they want to make it into the play. Mid top lane, Morphling almost clapped there by Shiro. Faith Beyond will be able to stun up the Templar Assassin here for a bit, but another strike comes through. He's continuing the chase here. Faith Beyond does need to be a little bit careful. Right, he's got a Shadow Blade. He's fine.
No. He's just getting out of there on Shiro.
He ran the numbers.
Yeah.
He was good. He was like, Morphin was like, yeah, I know how much damage this does.
If the Templar Assassin jumped me right now, we need approximately this much HP and armor to survive, as long as I activate my Morphin time.
Yeah. Right? He was very calm. He just was like, oh yeah, I got time. No big deal. Planet. Top of the charge there. Faith Beyond. Crippling Fear does come into range. ZZQ's gonna rob that Ravage right on top of him. 70 on the backside gets the Pango rolling up on top of Y. We'll be able to catch the Morphling here for a moment. The Orchid does come out, but the Manta will protect him. Jumping back over the other side of the fight. Shiro will finish off that Nightstalker, rooting that Morphling in place. The burst damage is there, and EHOME grab another kill. Trying to TP out on ZQ. He's gonna make it. Almost dies anyway.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt there by Amin on that Morphling. Ends up getting the Manta dodge off on that initial hit from the Melt Strike, but he was just too far committed at that point. Once you start Morphing Strength, it helps out Shiro even more. You've lost all of your armor once the second Melt Strike came out.
Yeah, I mean, Shiro, I love the build for the Aghanim Scepter here because you're going to have someone to deal with like Tinker's constant split push. ZZQ caught out here by Faith Beyond. Gotta let that kill go the way of the Tinker. The rest of them already backed off, so
yep,
we'll take that one kill. Not a bad one.
Did have to commit Dark Ascension for that one, though. Planet.
Oh, nothing to say. Playing with fire here. Oh, they actually managed to catch Zeal here. Arctic Burn slowing him up quite a bit. Does have Orchid. Faith Beyond does come through. Not gonna be able to make it away here.
Stand his
maybe gonna try to. Nah, gets bashed up. It's going to be enough. They find the kill.
Yeah. They're forced to let him walk away at the end of that one. Planet doesn't want to continue that chase. Nice try, though. He's got a Yule Scepter completed now. This is a core item against the Spirit Breaker. And it was a first pick SB, so it made sense that they counter. Well, they picked the Dark Willow into a natural builder of the Yule Scepter. And it's done some serious work. We talked about it before on the panel, too. Just every time you lay a Bramble around a team fight, Spirit Breaker's got a pretty good chance of when he's trying to enter, his charge just gets cut off by one of the Brambles. So that and the fact that you're a natural Yule builder makes him an excellent choice for this game.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier, and it just feels like Willow is one of the best counters to the Spirit Breaker in the support position now. It just feels so good. Nether Shawl, that is one heck of a drop there for the side of PSG.LGD.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they handed to. I mean, we've seen it passed over to Spirit Breaker before, just because it gives you such a great spelling it, but fortunately, you do have a tanker on your team. He's got the Keen Optic at the moment. He might value the cast range a little bit more. Again, just being able to blink and use your spells from a little bit further away.
Dire's top tower
The real power spike is going to be his level 18. He's pretty close. Not there already.
I don't think he's there quite yet. I think Shiro's the highest level.
Yeah.
But 20 minutes.
under attack.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
Shiro's
17 to 14. All right, Shiro, yeah, very smart.
Again, top of the net worth chart. It is not surprising. He's going for the Aghanim Scepter this game, so he wants to be able to get around the map very quickly, potentially counter out split push from this tanker or the Morphling, and be able to get right back into the team.
Yeah, tier 2 tower, they don't even opt to defend it. Bottom, 7E ready to go in if they try, and really just banging the drums here. He's having a good time.
I mean, it's optimal. It's optimal,
it is.
right? He wants to be able to get that rolling theater out right away if the enemy's trying to commit onto the Templar Sats instead of waiting for that one to activate. So if he's already halfway through the cast of it, he's able to get on top of them that much quicker.
That's going to open up Outposts, which will send the XP advantage even more the way of EHOME here, as PSG.LGD have yet to be able to grab a tier 2. They've only taken a single tier 1.
Yeah. And again, the fact that this mid tower is still standing makes the game so much harder for PSG.LGD. EHOME have access to their entire map. I don't know. A lot of people would have said PSG.LGD looking so good coming into this one. All right, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Smoke up. They're looking to turn this game around. They have Dark Ascension available as well.
They got Broodmother here hiding in the trees. The question is, will they find him? Dark Ascension does come through the charge onto Zeal. They should have plenty of damage. There's going to be the Ravage connecting onto them all. They do grab Tinker. Can they actually stay on top of him, though? He gets the blink out. He's going to be fine. A 1-for-1 trade really favoring the side of PSG.LGD. Shin-Q, Big Winter's Curse onto the Pangolier, but he's got a TP out.
Don't end up connecting that one. Going for a Lincoln Sphere right now on Pango rather than a Basher. The Basher would have been great for controlling up and stopping the TPs of the people they're trying to escape, because it's usually 7E who gets on top of them. But
they're looking for Spirit Breaker. They're going to find him. He's out of mana completely, and Shiro just crushes him, and this is the Ags, baby. He can get all over the map now.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I think they've realized the only way they're able to take these fights is to play the map. They've got Spirit Breaker and this Tinker who are able to move around so quickly, so countering that out with the perfect item on the TA. Versatile carry at the moment. The hero does so much damage and great at moving around the map.
Yeah, I mean, the Shard will make it that much better, too, because you can get those instant cancel silences onto some heroes as well. So if they manage to find the Tinker or something...
I mean, Tinker is always going to hold a TP in
that
his
trap
inventory
was very
as
close.
backup for when he gets silenced. Like, when he's trying to get away from either the Broodmother or the Templar Assassin, he's going to use his Town Portal Scroll instead of... whatever... what is it even called? I don't even remember what the Tinker ability is called to teleport now.
It's just teleport, I'm sure.
It's got a name.
Nah, whatever, it's just teleport. We don't need to give it a name.
Yeah, fair enough. Tinker doesn't deserve a name. Picked up the Keen, Aether Lens now, so again, further blink range, further cast range on his abilities, able to stay that much further back. But that last team fight, 70 actually caught himself on the corner there. If he had managed to get over the cliff, then I think he would have gotten on top of the Tinker, and nothing to say would have gone down again.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful. I mean, we were talking about the Pango, a very good hero at finding this hero, finding this Tinker, and if he's not too careful, they can definitely punish it.
Yeah,
7E going Lincolns. We see Shiro going Lincolns. It's a very good Lincolns game, right? The idea is to stop the charge, but also to stop the Winter's Curse on either of these two.
Yeah. It is very important for this one. Again, I was surprised that he wasn't going to go just for a basher as his first item, but if he can get him with his Rolling Thunder and stop him from using like the only BKB piercing disable for his ultimate, then he's doing his job.
Smoke up here on EHOME. They got Ravage cooling down in just a couple of seconds. Roshan not yet respawned, about 40 seconds away.
But right now they want to be securing this area around the pit.
Absolutely. Finding this Winter Wyvern would be a huge pickoff. Jin Q is invis with a gem, though. That is pretty sick.
Shadow Amulet. Wait, is he in? No, that's their sentry.
Do they have detection? Oh, they didn't know.
Do they?
Oh my gosh, so close. Planet. Almost with a perfect prediction. But very well played there by the Winter Wyvern, of course.
That was an excellent guess. That was a Radiant ward though, and not sentry, so didn't have a vision of him. But Winter Wyvern is trying so hard to stay alive in these fights, and Q is his work cut out for him. It is his job to make sure the Pango is disabled and Nothing to Say is able to move around the team fight. They've done such a great job of controlling him up.
Smoke up once again. Finds. Oh, he doesn't have a web there. He didn't realize, and now he's gonna get caught here by the side of PSG.LGD. Oh, the webs didn't connect.
He just kept stutter stepping back onto the tree as he tried to go down.
Oh, that is a big mistake.
Yeah. They all punished for that one, and it lowers his net worth advantage. Only 1,000 gold. PSG.LGD now with control of the map. Wise trying to hunt for a little bit more.
CZQ gonna find Wise. Hot by the Bramble for the moment, taking a lot of damage, but vision being provided is still really good for the Tinker. They're going to be able to catch the Spirit Breaker on the side, dispelling off that Bulldoze. And yeah, Y is going to go down here, I believe, just a matter of time, but you've committed a lot just for this support. Spirit Breaker is charged, cancel just gets melted. The minus armor is there. On the backside, they find the Tinker. Nothing to say. In trouble. He's got to get out of here. There's going to be the Winner's Curse to save him. And you're going to lose the Tidehunter as a result. Blinking out while taking damage. A very cool mechanic.
Yeah, but once again, they take this fight right beside the pit. They choose not to do it, though. They're worried about Nothing to Say coming back in. They scan it out on the die to try to catch somebody as they, reinitiate the team fight there, but my God, Spirit Breaker just gets melted as he tries to reinitiate. It looked like a very good fight for the side of PSG.LGD, though. Take the Tidehunter down before he managed to get the Ravage off. You wasted a lot of the Pangolier ultimate, and Tinker managed to get out, but I think that was the reason they chose to get back post-team fight.
We got Lincoln's now on 70. Big item.
This makes it so much easier for him to get into these team fights. Now you don't have to worry about the Winter Wyvern.
This game is still very close. The problem you do have, though, is this Morphling, who's got the Iascati now going for the Aghanim Scepter. So you have the ability to just morph into this Dark Willow. You get that Shadow Realm. You have so much damage coming out from him. You can also turn yourself into the Spirit Breaker, give yourself Bulldoze, 75% status resistance or 70% status resistance. It's just ridiculous. So a lot of utility for the Morphling as this game continues. He's got to be careful that he does not get picked off. Roshan number 2 going to go the way of EHOME is obviously...
They take it so fast.
Yeah, they do. You have Gunsh, you got Lucky Sean, of course. That Deso Meld Strike from the TA.
Now 300 gold away from finishing the Lincoln Sphere on the Templar Assassin as well, so she's going to have free reign in these team fights as well. This Winter Wyvern pick starting to follow off, doing a great job of countering it out.
Dire's bottom tower
item builds.
I mean, Wyvern's still super farmed. This is nothing that is that surprising to us, though, right? How many times have we seen Faith Beyond fighting for core net worth here?
All the time.
Planet. Drops a sentry. Gonna get caught by a charge here. They're thinking of going back in. Why? Oh, well, 3 bots, 2. And a Ravage does come through, but he doesn't catch the Tinker. It's just going to be Faith Beyond his Y. Can they actually get out, though, on the Spirit Breaker? Y just getting crushed here by Zeal. Big Winter's Curse. Faith Beyond trying to get out, being protected here by those shields thanks to the Tinker. And Rolling Thunder going to come through from Zeal, trying to find them in the trees. Charge from Faith Beyond. He's going to be fine. The rest of the team already gone.
Did they get him? Oh, wait, no, that's just... What even was that? Was that battery?
That was the grenade.
The grenade, yeah.
Which apparently doesn't even connect if you have the shield, so I'm very confused.
Yeah. Marks him with a debuff. Yeah, the debuff didn't stick there.
No, it didn't do anything. It didn't. Huh. It literally did nothing, which is...
You get the status resist from the hamster ball. But it expired way too quickly there.
It literally just didn't even apply a debuff. That was very weird.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Dire's middle tower.
We'll test that one in the lab after this game.
Yeah. Sure, it's just another sick interaction on the shield.
Yeah.
Where it just blocks things from happening.
All right, speaking of shields, you have a BKB shielded from Magic now on the Tinker. So This one is something that he's needed for a while now. He's able to have free reign in these team fights. The first couple are going to be incredibly useful, but at this point now, you need a basher on this Pango in order to stay on top of the Tinker.
Yeah.
Or Rolling Thunder is not going to affect him at all. The moment he sees you walking at him, he's just going to pop that and continue to do what we've seen Tinker do in some of these previous games. Nothing to say, he's been playing him.
I like the Eul still, though. He does need it. The Eul's is like absolutely necessary for chain stunning down certain targets.
It's very good this game, don't get me wrong. I just think that a bash is necessary.
I think they're kind of starting to accept the fact that they're not going to find the Tinker, and they just need to chain stun other people.
Accepting that you're not going to find nothing to say is a serious problem. Let's not go crazy here, Ricky.
I mean, they can just kill the heroes around him, right? Isn't that one of the things that can work?
Have you seen the amount of damage this guy's output in some of his previous games?
Yeah. Well, smoke up here from EHOME. Y positioned perfectly to pop this. He's gonna walk in. Y gets a 4-staff out. 70 blinks on it. They find Q on the backside. Rooted up as well. They will get themselves the first kill onto the Wyvern. A fantastic start to the fight. Nothing to say. Hiding in the trees. Popping out lasers as well as missiles, and here comes the Tinker, baby. 70 goes down. Ooh, all right, they get the kill, but a charge in from Faith Beyond. Now Shiro in some trouble. Another strike is available, but gets the meld. He's fine. Able to jump away. Faith Beyond forced to BKB. Morphling still hiding around on the high ground here. Zeal caught, forced to BKB, trying to run away. Can he do it? Up onto the high ground. Gets the D-ward, but waveform on through. They will find themselves a kill. Ends up being a 3 for 2. It's pretty hilarious that the only job of the Night Stalker in this game is to literally just press R and then do literally nothing.
I mean, he gets on top of the targets. If he can silence a Tidehunter before he gets off the Ravage, then he is doing his job. Because again, that's one of the few counters to the Kraken Shell, and you know, it did end up happening in that last team fight. Tidehunter Ravage off the cooldown, didn't manage to get that one off. But yeah, he's kind of just a glorified ward. Yeah, very good moving ward.
He just like kind of presses R and just sits off out of vision while Tinker does everything.
I mean, we knew this would happen. They have such good vision game on the side of PSG.LGD. Like the Spirit Breaker and the Night Stalker both just providing, you know, nothing to say, the perfect team fights here.
70 with a basher.
But it ended up happening in the last fight. We talked about that. And all of a sudden, you have the BKB on Nothing to Say. He has free reign in these team fights, and he outputs so much damage. Yeah, he did end up going basher. So he realizes that this Tinker is a serious issue, and he can't just ignore him. As funny as a solution that would be. I know what my therapist says. If it's not a problem, there's no solution to a problem, it's not a problem. It's just part of your life.
Wow. 15 seconds left on the Aegis here. 70 going for an Ags. Yeah, so the change in build here, right? He goes Basher, he goes Ags. His idea is I just need to start doing way more damage in these fights. I need to offer a lot more utility in terms of the bashes as well, so.
People have been like TPing away from him, and then again, the BKB on the Tinker is a serious issue. Swift Blink now completed on the Templar Assassin. He is now 6 slotted. Well, she can replace the Aghanim Scepter and get herself like a Daedalus or an MKB, depending. You are a little bit worried about the blind coming out from the laser.
The Pike's not a bad upgrade too. Smoke in from PSG.LGD, but they're going into a DD rune here on the TA. Gonna be pretty rough. ZZQ here. They pop Dark Ascension, he gets the blink out. They're still looking to chase on top of the charge. It is going to come through from Faith Beyond. It connects onto this big water mountain. The question is, can they actually find him? Yeah, Crippling Fear comes through. They get the kill. Swift Blink damage from Shiro's quite a bit, but is it going to be enough to take him down? In comes the Morphling, finds this Broodmother. They get the Fear, but a big Winter's Curse holding him in place. 70 on the backside, trying to chain stun them down. They get the Ravage as well, but Golden Braid's going to protect this Morphling once again. Faith Beyond goes in, trying to do what he can, but Compton blinds it from the Tinker. Art, so much work, nothing to say. Blink out once again, doesn't get a bash, and they got to find more kills here on the side of EHOME if they want to take this fight. ZZQ jumps in aggressively, trying to stay on top of these two bash onto the Morphling, and they're the ones on the run now as, I mean, Dark Ascension's expired. Morphling gets the Manta, Cursed Crown, gonna get dodged. Oh, it's not dodged down, but Tinker up on the high ground doing Tinker things. Shiro gets the Morphling, able to snipe him finally with enough damage, and now Faith Beyond trying to go in, but might be regretting that decision as Shiro just doing way too much here on this TA.
They're forced to let Faith Beyond sit back though and get out of that, but nothing to say, saved by the fact that his back didn't come out onto him, the swashbuckler connected. So with that team fight, look at that, 6,400 damage, nothing to say is the major issue here. The Morphling struggling to get into these team fights, but Shiro, with the chase from his team, with the control that they're offering, ended up doing so much damage. I mean, you did have to buy back in the game of the tie under that team fight, unfortunately. Night Stalker is doing an amazing job of controlling up the enemy position 5. So it's kind of like a war for... Oh,
no, they just got caught! Shiro, I mean, that's what we're saying. If he finds you, he's got the silences. He didn't have BKB either. He blew it in the last fight.
Oh, the amount of damage here from Shiro, that was insane. The Swift flick onto him.
Dude, I think he just blinked onto a trap and got projected. Yeah. Like, that has to be what it was.
Yeah.
That is a big kill there for Shiro.
Yeah, you have buyback available in the tanker,
Dude,
but if you expend
gold did he get? Like 1,000?
Huh?
An 1,100 gold! I like looked at it now, but I was like, he wasn't this far ahead. Oh my god!
It changes everything.
All right, why?
He might just die.
Yeah,
he's dead.
He's dead. All right, you got it.
Didn't he have Cold Embrace available? He didn't drop the Cold Embrace off onto him. He didn't, no. It was on cooldown. A mistake. Thank you, Observer.
Shiro just working on the tower here. Faith Beyond considering going in. Does need to be careful though, as Shiro just laying into the tower. Zeal on the backside with this Broodmother starting to do some damage to these buildings, but he's just trying to get vision with these spiderlings as best he can. Oh, nice attempt there if he gets the... oh, that was Morphling even.
Yep.
You never know. There's a couple cows in this game. They all look alike. It's hard to tell.
Offensive, but...
What? No, there's 2 Spirit Breakers. You can't tell the difference.
You can't.
Jin Q. Hard to go in thanks to the Lincoln Spheres. And Shiro, he get 1 lane of barracks, now working on the second.
Yeah,
he's out.
They know his ZZQ is just sitting back there, ready to jump them the moment they try to commit onto this Templar Assassin. So there it is. 2 melee Raxes. The ranged one's still standing, but these ones will push it naturally eventually. Now the top lane, all they have to take now. Roshan's going to be their next objective though. Going to respawn in another minute and 20 seconds here. And they can't afford to give this one up. Their backs are against the wall here. EHOME, they're putting on the hurt.
All right. Double Spirit Breaker time. 5 hero smoke in from PSG.LGD. They want to go. The question is, are they going to find anyone? Roshan not respawning for another minute. So Faith Beyond just going to run in here, maybe try and scout it out. His smoke's going to get popped. Does end up backing away. Ping's code come through. So EHOME, they know that they're here. Inside the Roche, ZZQ, he's going to get found. Dark Ascension doing a lot of work, but in goes 7E once again. The disarms, he just misses so many of his attacks there onto this Night Stalker, but again, Shiro just doing way too much damage and finds the kill anyway. Now Morphling forced to BKB, they find Faith Beyond, Yules into the Cursed Crown. He's going to be forced to BKB, but Shiro with the physical damage, can he find the kill alone? It doesn't look like it, but Jin Q on the backside, Terrorize does find the Wyvern, forcing him out of the fight. Okay. Is Willow just gonna solo this? All right, there's your winner's curse. Jin Q, Bramble after Bramble. He can't leave. They get the kill. 3 heroes dead on EHOME. No buyback on Faith Beyond. I mean, are EHOME actually doing this?
It looks like it on my screen. They're gonna push the mid, they smoke up. They want to be able to catch this Tinker if he tries to clear out one of these creep waves. And to outsmart him, but I'm not sure nothing to say is gonna fall for this one.
They go straight for tier 4s. No way. They buy back the Wyvern. They don't have Winner's Curse yet. So it is a little bit scary.
They force the buyback. Now they're just in the Roche pit. Psionic projected right back in there the moment it respawned after forcing that buyback there from Jin Q.
Yeah.
EHOME are on point.
Dude, this is 3rd Roche. Does it have the Axe or the Refresher? Did you see? It's Refresher. Oh, that is a good one. Big.
For either the Rolling Thunder or for that Ravage. And ZZQ, he's still sitting on his Ravage. They can't contest this Roshan, and they know it.
Yep, there it is. Refresher Cheese going the way of EHOME here, and
7E is going to hold on to this one for now.
They found Jin Q. He did buy back, right? So that's a huge kill if they can find it.
Yeah, he managed to get the blink back though, so he survives this one.
Tinker doing Tinker things, throwing missiles.
Yeah, they cleared out the Observer Ward though, so no longer going to be able to hit them with that. They need this tier 2 tower. Giving them access into their base here is big. Then they can
big ward placed up top. They find Y in the trees. Can they actually finish him off though? Core staff will buy him some time, but they're still chasing it. 70 goes in on the Pangolier, and that is it. They get the Night Stalker. No buyback for him this time, and he's a big part of their fights. He's the vision game that they have on PSG.LGD.
He stops his Ravage from going off as well. Like,
yeah.
That is huge. If you get a sick Ravage, like the Templar Assassin just blows you up, no questions asked. They might even pass the Refresher Shard over to the Tide Hunter while the Night Stalker is dead, but he's gonna hold on to it for now still. On 70.
Has fallen.
Right. EHOME. One lane of barracks standing in their way from Mega Creeps, and potentially a victory here over PSG.LGD. Only one other team has taken even a single of these giants, and EHOME trying to be the second here.
We've seen their backs against the wall before, but not like this. I mean, that 80-minute game that we watched between PSG and RNG, they did come back from that, but this one, getting back in this one is going to take so much more than even that game did. Tinker, amazing here at defending the high ground, but chipping away at this Rax. They don't have that much more base to give. It's in queue. He's going to try to chip away at this Refraction. It is so annoying dealing with his Templar Assassin, all his attack range on her, and the Refraction charges as well.
Yeah, you've also got the Lincoln Sphere of her own, plus the one being applied by 7E, so it's really difficult to get the blinds as well as like setting up potential for a Winter's Curse, and they're just not giving them that option, right? They are not going to let them go. Shiro jumps in aggressively. They get the stun out onto Morphling, but he's forced to BKB. Continue on the backside, 7E trying to just disrupt this whole fight, and they force every BKB that they have. 7E grabs the Refresher, roll up into the second Rolling Thunder. Who's he gonna find? He's looking for him on the backside, able to find the Morphling once again, but he's just separating the side of PSG.LGD in half. Why? In such a bad position, they get Tinker? What?
He's on the backside, he's trying to catch these heroes out, get ZZQ and plan it, but he just goes down. He doesn't have buyback. 1,100 gold off.
Why is just like, again, trying to provide vision for the Tinker, but it backfires. They managed to get the kill there onto the Tide Hunter, but Ravage already spent, and Shiro just continuing the chase into the base. Big Winter's Curse, but again, it doesn't really find much of anything. They still find the kill onto that Night Stalker. 7E's Pangolier doing work. Shiro takes down the Morphling. EHOME are so close. Turning their attention to the lane. They're gonna get the barracks. Mega Creeps now secured, and GG. EHOME take down the Giants in game number 1.
This team coming up from the lower division into the upper here, and they take the team undefeated so far as our series go. The only other team to accomplish this one being Aster. This draft, they played this incredible.
I mean, I believed this draft looked so good from EHOME, and they executed it so dang well.
Look how happy
Big
they
smiles
are after
on
that
their faces,
win.
man.
Well deserved, man. Taking down one of the top teams in the world and putting yourself on that pedestal. This will their first step towards ending in the season on 5-2. Right now, sitting at 4-2. Not something people expected. They thought certainly they lose both games against PSG.LGD, but looking like absolute champions today. 7E on this Pangolier doing so much work there from the mid lane and doing such a good job at shutting down Nothing to Say Tinker. Other teams were first banning this, but they found a solution. They lit it through. They baited them out.